Dudes, it's Gaz, and welcome back to the WARFRAME video. So, Baro is finally the same across all platforms, permanently going forward. So we're going to start doing some Baro videos here and there. I'm also feeling a little bit under the weather, so this is a nice, easy video for me to put out today, honestly. Alright, so we're going to go over Baro's inventory, and also just real quick, guys, you can now finally purchase Styanax for Platinum. And he's only 175. This is definitely a lot better than having to grind out multiple weeks of call missions or whatever. So if you want the helmet for Styanax, which is really good, go for it. I'm going to expect a new Styanax video from me because I finally can get him again. I just bought him with Plat, and we'll have a support Styanax video coming out very soon. Alright, Baro, we're going to go over his inventory. It should be the same on all platforms. Now he's in Saturn Relay, Coronia Relay, and let's see what he's got. I heard that he has a, let's just say it's not a new Prime mod. It's kind of like what you expect Baro's new item to be. Because if you are a new player, maybe you just didn't know this information, period, every time Baro shows up, which is bi-weekly, once every 2 weeks, he is supposed to bring a, air quotes, new item. It's an item he's never brought before that's technically new, but when I say a new item, it means it's an item he's never brought. So, for example, he didn't always have the Ignis Wraith, but now Baro can sell the Ignis Wraith, like, as of like a year or two ago. But that's not a new item. The Ignis Wraith has been in the game for years, so it's just a new item for him to bring, not a new item altogether. So let's see what we got here. Looks like the new item is that some wine? A glass of wine or something? Or blood? What is going on here? Aged Claret of Denas. A claret with notes of golden sunlight. The Laverian's history of the Warframe ash brings into the question whether blood runs thicker than fine wine. They put Warframe Ash in. If you just took Warframe Ash out of this entire sentence, I don't think it would change anything. But apparently this has something to do with Ash's lore. I'm going to buy the cup because I do like Ash Prime, so
a pleasure doing business with you.
Feels like the right thing to do. Definitely a gigantic ripoff. So yeah, if you need some cups for your dojo or your Dormazone, yeah, remember Dormazones? You can get that today. It's a new one for 100 ducats and 100,000 credits. All right, let's go over all the items Baro has today, and I'm going to give you a review on what things I think are important to have on your account, or things that maybe could be worth doing some trading for and selling to other players. All right, so obviously this cup is going to be up to personal preference. Do you need a cup? Yes or no? You will be better at answering that question than I am. As far as the mods we have, we've got Jolt. Jolt is only obtainable from Baro, and this one's going to give you 60% increased electricity damage and 60% increased status chance. Now, corrosive procs are not really all that. You're not usually caring about status chance on corrosive weapons that much. So, back in the day, this was like a meta mod, like a must-have. Nowadays, I think you can definitely get away with not having this, because electric is not a combination used in viral heat. Lots of times, the meta condition overload primers in this game are using viral and heat. That's cold, toxin, and heat. There's no electric in there. So, in that sense, it's not super important, but since you can only get this mod from Baro, I would say it's not too big of a deal to just pick it up anyway. I mean, 300 ducats, and it's a mod I still use. Not a mod I'm always using, though. So, up to you. It's a decent one to sell, usually, too, since it only comes from Baro. So, a decent purchase, and also a decent investment for selling. Although, I'm sure a lot of other players also are buying this one to sell, too. Primed Expel Corpus. This is going to be for pistols. It's going to be a primed Bane mod for your pistols. This one I don't really use that much unless I'm doing like a high-level Corpus mission, because a lot of times you really need to kill a Corpus. At normal levels, you just mod it for Toxin and it bypasses their shields anyway. Now, you can still technically run this if you're running a DPS setup for Corpus, but highly niche. I'd say the melee one is much more widely used, and the primary ones are much more widely used as well. This is a very niche mod. Go for it if you want to, of course, but usually not really utilized that much, but up to you. And I'd say it's not really worth investing, as this is one of the most niche Prime Bane mods there are, honestly. Primed Shotgun Ammo Mutation converts secondary ammo pickups to 92% of ammo pickup for shotguns. So I don't think this one's extremely useful either. There's like a couple shotguns that have really bad ammo issues, like the Kuva Comb and all that. But this is going in the slot. We have a galvanized arbitration mod in that slot, the X-List slot, which is going to be heavily used. I think it's called Galvanized Acceleration. So you're basically choosing between a lot of things, actually. You're choosing between this, you're choosing between Vigilante Supplies, which I actually consider the best Exilus mod. So you're choosing between these two. This just invalidates primed to shotgun mutation. Until they like nerf this, 30% is enough. It gives you better crits too, so don't pick this one up. I have it. I don't think I have it leveled up, honestly. It's really, really not important. All right, moving on. I'll go over the cosmetic stuff at the end. Let's just go over the non-cosmetic stuff first. Machete Wraith. This thing has crazy good ribbons. If you watched my Slatra video from a couple weeks ago, and you were like, okay, that looks decent, even though the Slatra's passive is still bugged, this thing has nasty ribbons. So if you like the Slatra, you like machetes, this probably is the best machete when you take ribbons into account. If you don't take ribbons into account, Slatra is the best machete. So, yeah, worth it, I'd say. It's got good slash damage, got really good status chance, decent crit, and then, the other stats are okay. But yeah, the ribbons are what you're not seeing here, and the ribbons are strong. So I might actually pick this up myself just because I don't think I have it anymore. Or maybe I do. Yeah, considerable pickup there for sure. It gives you mastery points, of course. You leveled up once, so think about it at least. Axie A2 Relic. This is going to be the Lex Prime, the Lex Prime, and a Formal Blueprint. So, these are not the worst pickups in the world to get. I think that the supply of these is probably pretty high, but it's only 50 ducats per, so maybe I'll just pick up a couple of them. Get to a nice even 20. Yeah, the Lex Prime, not really a popular weapon. It's not a very. I don't even think it's like a useful weapon, honestly. The Lex Prime is just mastery fodder to me in 2022. Some people like it still. It looks nice. It's a nice looking weapon, but yeah, not exactly breaking any metas. We ain't like insta kill and demolish with the Lex Prime in 2022. We're pretty much using other stuff. So yeah, not very important. But if you need to get this weapon for mastery fodder, or you think it's like a nice little niche thing to trade, you can open this up and trade to people. Go for it. Axie Relics, of course. So easy way to get Axie Relics, I suppose. Stalker Beacons. These are nice for farming the Stalker stuff, I guess. I don't really use these very often. I'd say that G3 and the Wolf Beacons are definitely more, and the Zanuka Beacons are much more important than this one. The Stalker's not hard to have spawn, even without these. So if you, for some fun, maybe pick up a couple and just to like goof off with your friends, maybe. But yeah, not super important as far as beacons are concerned. All right, is that all the? Oh no, there's more. There's more. Okay, so we actually have 2 Prime mods down here at the bottom. I'm not sure why it's organized like that. We got Primed Pack Leader and Primed Rabido Line Baro. Okay, so as far as Prime Pack Leader, this is one of the least useful Prime mods in the game, I'd say, because the normal version of Pack Leader already heals the companion all the way to full in like 1 hit anyway. So I would not recommend getting Primed Pack Leader, which apparently, you can link it. Okay, so 66% lifesteal link for Prime Pack Leader, 36% for normal Pack Leader. I actually never even ranked this mod up, and I still heal my pet in 1 hit. So don't buy this unless you just want the check mark saying, oh, look, I have that one completed. So not very important. But on the other hand, Prime Rabido Line Baro. Now, this one I actually would say is much, much more important if you want to eventually farm the Profit Taker for credits or toroids or whatever the Profit Taker's dropping nowadays. This is going to work on your Arcwing guns, and it's the prime. There's not any primed Arcwing gun mods besides this one, from what I remember. So I'd say this one's worth getting. There's been times he hasn't brought this mod back in a long time, and it is a must-have mod for it's the normal one's 100%. This one's 187%. It's worth it, guys. Okay, it might not feel worth it right now, but if you want to do Profit Taker, this will help. And just for in general too, if you just want to use like the Mozzle in normal missions with the Graviton Mag, this will really, really help. So definitely pick this up. I'd say out of all the mods that he has this week, that's gonna be the most useful one. Honestly, that's gonna be the most useful, and it's not even that useful. He's got some pretty bad Prime mods this week when you look at it like this. So yeah, next time I do this video, I'll probably just do like the mods tab next time. So as far as must-have mods, I wouldn't even call this one a must-have. This is like a you should have it, not a you must have this kind of mod. So none of these are must-haves. Besides maybe Jolt, just for trading. As far as appearance stuff, really up to you. We got the Unicorn Horn, if that's what you're looking for. We got the entire Katir armor set. We got the Katir Raza Syandana. We actually have an Ephemera this week too. That's interesting. And we've got some other useless skins. As far as weapons, okay, he's also got the Prisma Dual Decurions. Some people do like these, but I actually think they're mastery fodder, so it's gonna be up to you. If you're getting that Prime Rabido Line Baro, maybe try it out. I guess. Let me know how you like it. Stalker Wraith actually is surprisingly good for what it is. It's not like a meta weapon or anything like that, but it does do some okay damage. You can make this thing work, but not very well. So I'd say all three of these are worth the pickup just for the mastery alone. And Machete is worth maybe keeping around to try out in the future. And as far as miscellaneous stuff, he has no boosters. He has some posters and useless things of that nature. If you want to do this weekly quest, or every Baro visit quest, make sure you have Inara's Prime equipped when you talk to Baro. And that's going to be it for the video, guys. That is the Baro overview for September 23rd of 2022. Hopefully that was a helpful video to you. Really nothing super must-have this week. I'd say definitely you could like just not even talk to Baro this week and you shouldn't feel bad about it at all. So yeah, I appreciate all the support today, guys. I am going to, I'm probably going to stream tonight. I want to make a new Styanax build, like reform him and all that, and maybe do some Steel Path Fissures with him. But yeah, I'm a little bit under the weather just because of some stuff I had to do earlier today. It was pretty labor intensive. So I will see you guys later. I appreciate all the support. And yeah, take it easy. Peace.